My name is Bill Robinson. I was going to get drafted because I was 21 years old, so I enlisted in the Navy Reserves as a Seabee, Navy construction. We built the base from scratch. We had nothing. First thing we did was emplacements, mortar pits, and a perimeter around, and then from there on we built enough for a 1,200-man battalion. They took projects on that everyone else said couldn't be built. They have a saying, the difficult we do right away, the impossible takes a little longer. Everybody I meet, every Marine I meet, when they realize I'm a Seabee, say, "You guys were crazy." That's what they tell us. Coming from a Marine, that's a compliment. Sometime we would trade, like Marines had a lot of 2x4s and they didn't have any beer. We had a lot of beer and we didn't have for 2x4s. So we'd go over with 10 cases of beer and we'd come back with a truckload of 2x4s. I was never scared in Vietnam until about a week before I was scheduled to go. We got sent up to Hai Van Pass again as a security unit, my squad, because they were receiving sniper fire, other squads that were working on that hill. We got shot at by the snipers and we returned fire. They weren't very good shot because they didn't hit any of us. But I was a machine gunner then, I had a M60. And you basically had a big ridge up there and there's a sniper hidden there and you just put bullets everywhere you could. But I left in the morning, probably 4 in the morning, pitch dark, heading for Da Nang Airport. It was like 8-mile ride. And all I could think of was, this would be hell to hit a mine with the truck and get killed on the way to the airport. Vietnam got me out of my comfort zone, and you saw the world. I saw a lot of the world and how lucky we are to be here. We had a big 55-gallon drum that when we were finished with our food, we just dump all the Kool-Aid, bread, meat, whatever was left over, take it to the dump and just dump it off the back of the truck. There'd be people there with empty 5-gallon buckets holding it under that 55-gallon drum and filling it up. That's what their family was going to eat that night. You got bad memories and good ones from being in Vietnam. I met some amazing people, lost some good friends. We lost 6 men on our second tour. Didn't lose 1 on the first, lost 6 on the second. It made you see a whole different view of the world. That alone was worth going to Vietnam. We used to drive through a little hamlet south of our base. There was one little girl, when I come back for my second tour, I'd been gone 4 months. We come through the village and I saw her and I waved to her and she said, "Bill," and she remembered me. She's a 9-year-old kid, probably 1,000 soldiers, and she remembered me. Whoa. And I was at the Memorial Day service several years ago and I had my Seabee shirt on, and after the service was over with, there was a Marine sitting behind me and he asked me, he said, "You were Seabee?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'd just like to thank you guys for doing what you did." And I said, "We didn't do anything." I said, "You guys were the one that did the fight, the real hard fighting and the horrible stuff." He says, "We couldn't have done our jobs without you." I went to tell my wife what he'd said. My wife works for the paper in Franklin. And I couldn't tell her. I can't believe somebody just said that to me. Anybody who served in any war has got demons inside of them that they don't realize are there until they come out. Whole new appreciation for being alive, that I have to live my life for the guys that can't, that gave their lives.